Once we covered the motor control theory, we have only one step to start coding, and this step is to choose the motor driver. And in this specific tutorial, I will use this motor driver STS-PIN250 from ST Microelectronics. But if you have a different motor driver, it's totally fine, because all motor drivers work in a similar way. So once I explain how this motor driver works, like specifically this model, it will be pretty easy to set up other motor drivers. So I recommend you to follow the tutorial even if you have a different motor driver. So for this motor driver, I have a specific evaluation board, this blue board, and the good thing is that I can mount it on top of the microcontroller board like this, so I don't need any wires to set up my project. And I have the DC motor already connected to this screw terminal connector, and I have these cables for powering the motor driver. And next thing, I want to go through the datasheet of the motor driver briefly, so you have basic understanding how they operate. So I have the datasheet of this motor driver, as I mentioned, and if we scroll down, I'm interested in the block diagram. So here I found it. So first thing to note is that it contains the H bridges that we already discussed. So the motor driver basically contains the H bridge, power electronics to drive the motor. And in addition, we have the control logic. So meaning that we cannot bypass the control logic to H bridge. Instead, we can put some impulse to the control logic, and the control logic controls the H bridge. We don't have direct access. And this is really, really important, because if we control the H bridges directly, we can break things easily. And here I'm going to show you one example. For example, here I have the H bridge, and imagine that we close S0 and S2 at the same time. And what's going to happen is that the current will flow from the power to ground, and we have almost zero resistance, and that's why we end up with the short circuit. So that's why the motor drivers contain the H bridges and a lot of protection units. And in our example here, we have this, for example, sense pin to set the current limit. So this sense pin goes to this comparator, and if the voltage drop across this resistor is higher than the reference voltage, the control logic will turn off the H bridges. So here we have the short circuit protection, over voltage protection, over current protection. All those things are already implemented within the motor driver. And also, most probably, we have the thermal protection. So if the temperature is above some certain threshold, let's say value, the motor driver will turn off the H bridges as well. So this is the main principles of any motor drivers. You can check other ones, and you will probably find a very similar block diagram. So how do we work with this? How do we work with the motor driver? Next thing. Here we have PH and PWM pins. So here for PWM, we need to provide the PWM signal as an input, and this will dictate the output voltage, the voltage across the DC motor. And PH pin is necessary to control the direction of the current flow. So if we set, probably we have a clockwise rotation. If we reset, we end up with a counterclockwise rotation. And here we have enable fault pin. So if something goes wrong with the motor driver, we can detect it. And this pin reference is for this comparator, just to set the current limit. But in our example, I will connect it to the power supply, like 3 volts that I have, because right now I don't care much about the current limit. I just want to show how to work with the motor drivers in general. So that's it. So hope everything is pretty well explained, and if you have any questions, feel free to leave your questions, remarks in the comments below.